Hi, today we're taking an exclusive tour of Koonowla. We're up in the Clare Valley having a look at a beautiful working farm. You can tell by the flies, and what they do for weddings up here. It's a flexible and stunning property, and they've got a brand new pizza oven. This is on Bridal TV.
It's a mixed farm in that we grow all sorts of crops. We grow wheat and barley, we grow canola and beans and peas and all of those crops that normal farmers grow. We also produce cattle here, straight Angus cattle. We also have a Murray Grey cross herd as well.
In your spare time?
We're pretty excited to start out doing weddings to take advantage of the gardens that we established here at Koonowla.
Yeah, because how long have you been here, Andrew?
I've been here since 1991, so it's not getting towards 30 years.
Yeah.
We did a lot of renovations to the homestead when we first got here and linked the original homestead to the cook's quarters there, so it's all one now. And then we converted the manager's quarters into a cellar door at the bottom of the garden. And so now we've redeveloped all of the cellar door, so we've got a large paved area with a pizza oven and all of that sort of thing running down onto the lawns. And so that can be really well utilised by people who want to have their wedding here. Koonowla, rather, is one of the 6 original wineries in Clare, and it is we're lucky enough to still have the original old gravitational winery that was built here in the 1890s, which can actually be used as a wet weather option for the ceremony. And if people want smaller, more intimate weddings, that can be held up there as well.
This is one of the spots for the ceremonies, yeah?
A lot of people have been married in the driveway here. Others like to go over to where the wisteria arbour is. That lines up with the front door of the homestead. And so, for instance, the wedding tomorrow, the bride will come down our private driveway, and then she'll come in the back of the house and with all of her bridesmaids sit down, probably have a calming glass of champagne and sit down there, settle down in the big sitting room. When they're ready, they'll walk out that front door and come directly down through this beautiful old wisteria arbour, which is well over 100 years old, and have the ceremony here in the open garden.
Stunning.
Everyone does things a little bit differently here. You can choose where you want your ceremony to be and where you want to do anything, because you have the use of the grounds for the entire day. All of the roses are out at the moment, so October and November is a very good time for having a wedding here. As well as in that March-April period when generally you have a more benign climate. It's just so nice to be able to utilise the garden. With the water restrictions and things around these days, there just aren't that many big open gardens that lend themselves to weddings. And having the whole thing here, whether it be the ceremony, also the reception and the photographs. So everything can be done in the one spot. There are good bus services from Clare too that can run people in and out of their accommodation. There's lots and lots of B&Bs to stay at. The whole valley is very tourist friendly.
Well, it's a destination, isn't it?
That's right. And these days in Clare and out in some of the wineries, there are lovely restaurants to go for lunch and dinner. So there's lots of options. Do you want to walk down there and see some of these spaces now?
Let's do
or we
it.
can walk and have a chat at the same time.
Absolutely.
As we walk down there, you'll see the pizza oven that we built recently, and all of these layered paved areas which can be used by the wedding party for pre-dinner drinks. It's a commercial sized pizza oven that I had built. I liked it because it was more of a sculpture than a pizza oven.
Do you know what I was going to say that, Andrew? Because all this, these levels and everything are really quite modern and clean. And then you've got the beautiful old heritage stuff up there.
I had to spend a lot of time trying to think about how to do this so it didn't take away from the old world feel of the lovely old buildings that were originally here. The last 3 weekends I've been doing pizza days on Sunday, and so I've got everything just right for the distance here, for swinging the pizzas around onto here. It's all working very well. I'm very happy. This area here through to the pizza oven is in full shade all summer. It doesn't really get any sun on it until much later in the afternoon.
It's the main spot here for receptions.
Yes, the area here has a capacity to take up to 300 people in a marquee. On the right here are where the old drying sheds were for producing dried fruit. And then the previous owners were racehorse owners, and so these stables here are
this is what you were talking about.
remaining from that time. They're still in pretty good condition. Quite often someone will, at weddings, they'll go to that centre stable, and the bride and groom will go inside and open up the top door of the stable, and they'll pop their heads out. We're now moving towards the old gravitational winery, which is up here on the right hand side. Lots of olive oil trees here. We produce our own olive oil here as well. So as you can see, it's still in really good condition, and it does give you a sense of Australia here. Opportunity for going out into the vineyards and into the vine rows and having your photographs taken in amongst the vines. Everything is just a few metres away from where the wedding is. So it's not, you don't have to travel very far. Because we're a long way from the nearest house, we don't have to have noise issues, which you can often have when you're in a built-up area. As you can see, I've put power all down the sides of this area and over in that corner, so bands and things can be used here quite easily without having cords running everywhere.
What about bathroom facilities for the guests?
We have portable loos that we have out the back here. Also, there's for the bridal party, they can use the cellar door loos, which also have a bathroom where they can do their makeup with a mirror and a basin and all of that sort of stuff.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, So you've got a beautiful remote location where you're nowhere near anyone, so no one gives you any trouble, but you don't have the remote location troubles.
Cheers. So I'm not saying you have to get AC/DC here to you know,
I think you do.
bark up.